Music. What is up, guys? Do a quick sound check real quick before I get to talk and make sure everything's good. What is up, guys? Quick sound check real quick. We're good. We are good. What is up, guys? I am Rich. I just did the thing on my phone that I shouldn't have done. I need to because, well, maybe there's a way to fix it right here. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we got here. We got that. Good. We need that. There we go. Okay. That's what we needed right there. All right. What is up, guys? I am Rich. I probably shouldn't have clapped that loud. Bring this a little bit right here. I probably shouldn't have clapped that loud. My name is Rich from How's My Living. We run a family-friendly vlog that we travel around and try to do fun things with the family. And I say travel around, we're out of Central Florida, so we try to do a lot of Central Florida stuff, but we're not that much. We're not Disney. We like Disney. Don't get me wrong. We like Disney, but we're not Disney adults, and we're going to bring that up later on today. Today is our very first Dad Chat Live, and I thought it would be a great idea just to get kind of like, dads around our age. I'm 32 years old, and I don't care if you're a dad that's married, a single dad, or a single dad raising your kids. You guys are kings. You guys are awesome. Brothers who are raising their little sisters and just anybody who has that parenting role, just a way to kind of talk and chat and have a good time. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, just kind of help, because we face a lot of problems. We face a lot of problems, and life in general is just a little bit crazy when you get the kids involved, obviously, just like that. And that was kind of like the point of, today is the day that Modern Warfare 2 drops, right? Today's the day Modern Warfare 2 drops. And that is for a lot of men, especially my age, a lot of men, that is their hobby. This is better than Christmas for us, right? Today is the day that Modern Warfare 2 drops. We have the new Warzone map is dropping. I watched that, and for a lot of us guys, this is finally the day that we can bring it up to our wives to talk about, hey, you know, Call of Duty just came out. All right, Call of Duty just came out. Maybe in the next day or so, if it's in the budget, I may put a little money to the side. But if it's in the budget, maybe I could cop that this week and just see if we might be able to get it. That way we can get that gaming on. And you know your wife's probably going to be like, I don't know, because we need this and we need that, because they know once you get on there, you might as well have been shipped off the world by yourself, because you're not going anywhere for the next month at night. There's no more date night. There's no more any of that. And obviously that's a little bit of an issue, especially when you have kids. I have 2 kids of my own. I have Rich and Remy. Rich is 3 years old. Remy is a newborn. I think today or yesterday. I'm a terrible father. He just turned a month old. God bless me with 2 kids, and I think that's absolutely amazing to be able to have that. But I just kind of wanted to, you know, bring everybody together, just talk a little bit, you know, and just see what's going on. First thing I want to do, I just want to see some kills on Warzone. That's not Warzone, the multiplayer. I want to see the new multiplayer map. And once we see that, we get to talking a little bit. I kind of go over, you know, just hobbies in general for dads. You know, my hobby was YouTube. You know, before that I was a video gamer and stuff, but YouTube really started becoming my hobby, and I still play video games. I'm a little bit more on Overwatch now because I play that and I'm loving Overwatch. But for a lot of, you know what I mean, when I can find time. But YouTube became my big thing, you know, for the family, because it was something that I could do with my family and include them, but I could still also have fun. And that's what actually got me on Overwatch, and it kind of got me on PC gaming a little bit, because I've always been like a PlayStation guy. But since I've been doing so much editing and stuff on my computer, and I got like HP Omen, so it's like a little gaming computer. I bought it for gaming like 5 years ago, and I did YouTube first. And once I started doing YouTube, I did not actually play a game on it for like maybe the first 2 years I bought it. I probably didn't mess with the first 2 years I bought it, because when you buy a PC and you're straight from console, that's extremely intimidating. You get on here and you watch like Tim the Tab Man and Dr. Disrespect, and they're like, uninstall this game. I hate this game. Uninstall this game. I was on there yesterday trying to uninstall a game, and I was Googling how to uninstall. I like how they just uninstall like 3 clicks, and I'm like, okay, how to uninstall a game, because I have no idea how to do it. I have no idea how to uninstall a game. But I really want to check out, I want to check out a little bit of Call of Duty. I want to see some of the multiplayer. So I want to check out the graphics. I've had this thing, you know, games are more expensive, and I feel like they're really ripping us right now. I really feel like they're ripping us. And if you believe this to be true, hit the like button, because I checked out the price, and it's $70 for this new game. But the whole idea on the PlayStation 4 is it's cross-platform. So they're charging you $20 more. Was it $59? Just say $69. They're charging you $10 more because you can play it on PS4 and upgrade it to the PS5, which you can never find a PS5 to buy. So I guess that's a thing. But what I want to do before anything else, I'll make sure the volume and everything like that is good on this. That way we're not blowing our eardrums out. But let's first of all, let's get this muted, because I want to see someone play this. Right?
Bring it in. We'll fix that.
No, not yet.
Right now at Tire Kingdom,
Let's get
save
this.
$140 instantly on 4 select Michelin tires. $140 only at Tire Kingdom.
I have a challenge for all of you.
Let's Bring this. Let's make this just a little bit smaller. Last stream, I actually lost a battery, but I bought something this stream that's perpetually running because once the battery died on this camera, I couldn't get it to fix, and like that was kind of miserable. But let's go to skip ad. Let's see what we got here. All right, turn it up just a little. How do you get gold? So I know beta's been out for a little bit, but how do you get gold so fast? I played Modern Warfare, or what was it before, Cold War? I played that, and I think I golded my M14. That was it. But people are making their guns gold like the first day. They just got that gun they like, and they just call it the first day. I don't understand how they do that. Let's see where he's going through all the guns. The graphics on it look absolutely insane. The graphics on it look legit. I don't know if you guys have like a PS5 or a PS4 or what you guys got, but the graphics on this game, I don't know if it's going to look this good on the PS4, and that's what I have right now on the PS4.
Weapon XP, it seems, whenever you get kills with it, it seems like it's giving you full credit for a whole player kill just by getting kills on bots. The more bots I kill, the more leveling up I should do. That guy.
So this is just a whole new multiplayer situation. So you're.
For whatever reason, I was thinking of this camo grind, and the camo grind is completely changed up from what we're usually used to it as. For whatever reason, I just assumed that sniping was going to be just not that great. But man, was I wrong. Sniping is actually pretty good on this game. It's fun. It's effective, even if I'm using a marksman rifle. I am like, my frames. It feels like I'm not even getting 120 hertz.
It's set in store. Is this on the same map as the? Yeah, I guess this would be the new map of Warzone. It looks like the new map of Warzone. Caldera sucked, man. I hated Caldera. I actually stopped playing because of Caldera. It was too much, man. It wasn't. I don't understand how every other game can have multiple maps, but for some reason Call of Duty doesn't want to do multiple maps. You know what I mean? I preferred the original map. I didn't really like Caldera, and that's really when I started losing my interest.
All of the weapons, man, we were so tired of all like the weird Lego put together Frankenstein weapons out there, where even if your intention wasn't to make a Frankenstein weapon, it would always come out looking like one, even if you weren't even putting like a whole bunch of different styles of attachments.
And guys, if you're watching, like the chat, really helps out. Lets people know that this is happening. I don't want to hear you. I mean, I'm sure he's great, but I just want to. I don't want to get demonetized. He's going through all the guns. That's one thing that I hate about. I do hate about Warzone that you just don't have the time to do. Is just stay up on what's meta. It's such a when you're dealing with all this stuff, like at home with family and stuff. It's so hard. That's what made the game and really made me lose interest. Obviously, I'm going to go back to it because there's a new one out. That's what we do. But I'm losing so much interest on a game because I have kids. I have a job. I run a company. I can't in the middle of the day. And there was a point at my peak. I was watching different YouTube videos and different YouTube things about what was meta. You know what I mean? I wanted to know what was meta, but then it just got too much. I wanted to focus on my work. I had to focus on my family. Too much stuff was changing for me to look up and say, okay, I'm just going to sit here. And it changed so much. And I don't know. I'm a Car 98 guy for my secondary. And as far as like, I always liked the rifle, but it just like, it always changed. It always changed. And it was always the clips and everything else, all the attachments and everything. It always changed. And what would problem with that is you get used to it. If you've not played Call of Duty, the problem is you get used to how you shoot. Call of Duty, no matter what anybody says, it is 100% down to muscle memory. So what you're used to doing is if you jump down on a guy and you hit and you know that do is gonna kill that guy, that's what you do, and then you transfer to whoever else is in the room. So you would jump out and go do. The guy would still have one piece of health left and would tear you up, and it would just be so frustrating because you would get so used to that muscle memory was so ingrained for playing so long, and then they just changed it up, and there was a new meta. What you played would suck, and you had to. And I didn't want to level up, especially with World War II. I didn't even buy World War II. It kind of sucked.
Yeah, if I were you, I would say it right at the end too, so no one will reply. You already know what was about to happen.
What are we doing? He's just going through all the guns and stuff. He's not. Camos is always fun. You get on the grind on the camo. All right. He's talking and he's doing stuff. I just want to see some. The Doc is alive right now. He's still knocking this stuff out. Somebody already launching a nuke.
Hey yo, what's good with y'all program? Back with a new video today, man. Hey man, say man, look. So in today's video, I'm gonna be using the M4. This is my first time playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my social media, follow me on.
The graphics and the movements look crisp.
This way. Enemy UAV overhead. Okay, bitch. Secure the target area.
The maps look better. You know, with Cold War, it was so hard to see everybody because the color patterns was just so messed up. I hated, especially Nuketown and all that, just for the colors in it. Just see, these colors look crisp. The colors in Nuketown in Cold War was just terrible. I don't know who designed it or who thought that was a good idea, but it was just, I don't know, it just felt so weird. Got a triple kill. M16. Oh, he's so much better than me. A little distance off, man. A little guns. I can't do nothing. Double kill. This man's killing it. I just want to see him get the nuke. This man is the straight up. There it is. Obviously, we're going to get a Colzad.
I was a little shocked when Guardio told me about.
I don't want to be a little shocked. he was just stunned. I thought he hit the nuke. There it is. You know, that's such a rare thing. Like, I don't even think I've played that a lot, and I think maybe I've been in a nuke once.
Look how many kills I get. It don't even get you extra kills and shit. There you go. I got 74 kills.
Yeah, once you nuke the map, that's just done.
At least it in the fucking game, but damn, boy. Damn.
Once you just nuke them, once you just nuke it, you are knocked out.
Dude, I'm pretty sure some kid.
That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. Learn how to do things. You gotta learn how to do things, Richard. No, that's really cool. The whole, I don't know, the whole video game thing, like that's just common. Like for I just feel like me and my cousin was talking about the other day that video games in themselves, just normal video games. It seems like it's the modern day pool hall for guys. Like that's where we go after work when everything's done, all that hustle and bustle of the day. That's pretty much what we meet our friends there. We hang out. We talk about the day. We talk about the rough parts, the high points, the low points. Pretty much everything you'd talk about. You know, you might have a drink or a beer in your hand. I'm probably just gonna have a bubbly because that's how I roll. If you watch any of our vlogs, you'll know I'm not much of a drinker, but that's kind of what that's what you do. It's a modern day pool hall. You go and meet your friends, and that's just a hobby for a lot of guys. You know, if that's your hobby, you know, we're on the same page. Like I was saying earlier, my hobby is YouTube, right? I never thought that I'd actually do YouTube, and I feel like I'm one of a million people saying like, and I don't mean like, oh, I thought about doing YouTube and it's taken off, and no, I didn't think that I would be that person to get in front of a camera or be doing a live stream right now and be just talking to people and hoping this part of it will take off. But during COVID, we was completely stuck and had nothing else to do, and I just thought to myself, we ain't got nothing else to do, let's just try YouTube, right? So we made like a couple like videos that I don't even think they're on the channel no more. But once we made a video, we actually, something was wrong with my truck, and we was supposed to go down because you just watch whatever anybody else does when you start out, and you just do what they do. And I was like, let's go down to Disney Springs because everybody goes down to Disney Springs, and we will get to it because I want to talk about being a Disney adult as a hobby. I want to talk about that. So let's talk about being a Disney adult as a hobby later on. But anyway, we're gonna go down, and then all of a sudden the air conditioner messes up in our home, and the something's up with my truck. And it's not like major, but I said, let's just ride around. I said, we'll see what's going on with the truck, and we'll talk about, you know, just anything. Because we was watching, I don't know if you've ever heard, but Think Media and Nick Nimmons are like two big get started, create your channel guy. And I was just watching them like crazy at the time. And they were just like, make a video. It doesn't matter. Just get used to being in front of the camera. I was like, okay. So I was like, let's just talk more. I live in like the world's biggest retirement community. It is huge. It's called The Villages, and I live right next to it. And there's so many controversial things that happens in the Villages. Like, I say it's more like rumors than it is like actual like controversial situations. It's more just like rumors. Like there's the loofah rumor. And if you're not familiar with the loofah rumor, it's actually it's a pretty big deal. I don't know how to say it. It's a pretty big deal. Basically, they assume the rumor is, and I'm going to give you both sides because I live here, and when I get to the point of the story, you'll see why I'm giving you two sides. So one side is the idea that it's a sign for swingers. What you do is you take a loofah and put it on your car. Now you got to think, the Villages has like a peak of 200,000 residents. It's not a small place. It's a town. It's a city. It's got they're 4 town squares and over 200 holes of golf. It's huge. But they apparently it goes by color code of like if you do white, like you're just getting into swinging, all the way down to black that you're just up for anything. And that's like the rumor. And then there was like this thing back in the like early 2000s that this part of Florida had a very high STD rate. And the rumor came that it was from the Villages, right? Everybody started saying that the Villages was swingers and loaded full of STDs. Now, the truth is it was talking about this general area. It wasn't talking about the Villages. And even during that time, the Villages wasn't as large. So it was probably more talking, I don't know. I can't say for sure what it was talking about. I don't know. But as far as the villager standpoint on the loofah thing is they all buy similar cars. Let me pull up, like actually, if we're going to talk about it, let me give you an idea of like what we'll get on here and we'll actually show you, right? And you can check out our vlog. You know what? I'll pull up our vlog and we'll actually talk about it, right? Because this will kind of show you kind of like what was being said. So anyway, we decided to talk about the Villages and talk about these rumors, right? That's what we decided to talk about. And, oh, there's Dad Chat. So anyway, talking about these rumors. Talking about the rumors. Where are we at? There it is.
What's up, guys? I am Rich.
Let's see.
This is How's My Living.
Okay. And make sure that this is good. Let's go. Skinnier back then.
Originally, we were supposed to do something today. We wasn't supposed to make this video, but a few things broke.
So we go down to right here.
So the other side is
right here.
could have been just a crazy year for some people. So I hate to do this.
I'm talking
if you're
about the
watching your
STDs.
grandparents are at the Villages, but that myth, that is true. That is true. Yes, that has been one of the oldest things, and I believe it came out around time.
That they are swingers.
Yes, that has been one of the
Now you
oldest
see the
things,
quality
and
of
I
this
believe it came out
video.
around,
Like you see the
time.
quality of this video,
They said
right?
that
You see that like
people put
this is
loopers
not
on their
a
vehicle
uh
as a symbol to other villagers that they
that this
are
is not a
swingers. I hope that's not true.
high quality video. And this is like the third or fourth video that we made in our hobby.
All different color loofahs all over the villages,
And
the other
we
day,
got
I seen a pool noodle. I have no
at that point in time, we got it's 34,000. It's constantly raising, but I think on the first day we got like 10,000 views, which absolutely blew us away because like we was like, oh crap. So we have this channel that we decided, and this was our hobby, you know. We decided to start a family travel channel. A family travel channel. And this was how we lived our life. A family travel channel. And the first video to get any type of major traction was about old people getting STDs. Now, our analytics, because when you're with YouTube, our analytics went to, let's take a look at the villages for reference. Our entire YouTube, because we was talking about swingers, our entire YouTube channel was 55 plus men watched our channel. That's who our videos was getting. So our entire channel went crazy, and I was like, this was the entire idea of, see, this is one of the squares right here. Where's that? It's one of the squares. It's actually the closest one to me. Let's see. Oh, there's a video about the villages. There's some lovely people in a pool trying to keep it G-rated. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. Yeah. So anyway, there it is. So anyway, that was like our hobby, but the whole purpose of the hobby was just to spend some time together, you know, and it seemed like such a good idea at the time because, like, you know, we had Richard and we wasn't really doing anything, and even Disney was shut down at that time. Like, you couldn't go to Disney, so there was no Disney vlogs or anything like that happening. No Disney news or anything. So we was going to little small towns like Mount Dora around here and going to small towns, you know, just doing whatever just to occupy. But it was something that, okay, when there seems like a time like when you get really comfortable in your marriage and you almost grow, how would you say, you almost grow kind of slothy. Like, you go to work, you come home, and especially me, I'm in construction. I go to work and come home, and I'm ready to go to sleep. Like, that's my thing. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to make it. I'm not trying to. I have times that I go work out, but then Saturday hits, and I found myself. I go to church on Sunday, but Saturday, I just sleep. You know what I mean? That's just what I do. I sleep. And if I'm not sleeping, I'm probably working, because my job, there's times that I'll go 3 weeks. There's times that I'll go, you know, and only work 2 days a week. There's times that we'll work 3 weeks nonstop. And you can see that kind of on our videos of when I'm just straight working. I don't even have time to do this. And I enjoy doing this, but I don't have time. But that's kind of what YouTube did for me. And that's why I like it so much, is because at the end of the day, it's something that I can't look up and be like, okay, I'm sitting. I enjoy doing YouTube, and that idea of us going finding fun family things. I got videos of my son, and I even videoed, if you didn't watch the video, we had Remy during the hurricane. And I documented all of it because I was ready for it. I had all the cameras, and I posted it on YouTube for it to be there forever. And that's why it's such a great hobby for me. And I found a hobby that includes my family. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that they enjoy, even if they don't enjoy it, because a lot of times we go, we have fun, we go to the places, and we get, you know, a lot of times we get a unique experience, because a lot of, especially these smaller places, you know, they, not that they treat you better, but they're more telling you like, okay, this is fun. This is, if you're going to want to have a good day today, this is what you should do. don't worry about that. And like, there's a bunch of people, but these are the things that, because they want us to show you what's the funnest thing. So it's really cool to be able to go and spend time with your family and have a fun day. And then like when you come home, you have a nice dinner, and then I go to editing, and and then Sunday we go to church. And it's managed to create this situation in my family to just like, I don't know, it's just a little bit, it's better. It kind of unites us more. It's like it's created something that when I'm excited about something, it's something that I can do for my family. You know what I mean? It's just something really, really enjoyable. But then there's things like, and I know like the idea that you're just like a YouTuber, and like you're not a YouTuber, you're whatever. We're so close to monetization. And one of the bonuses to monetization, because I want to do dad chat, I want to kind of make this a thing. I know it's going to start off slow. I'm not, it is what it is. I know it's going to start off slow, but I want to do this kind of dad chat. We talk, more subscribers come in, the more we do. I want to do that more, but one of the things that I want to do is when it comes to like, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're able to kind of do more live streams from location. Right now we can only do it from home, but there's so many things that I would kind of like to show you guys when we're there in the moment, in the spot. There's so many things I would like to show you guys that you would enjoy seeing. Like we was there in Disney Springs last Saturday, and there's a guitar player there. His name's Nicholas Marks. He's a Roma guitar player, and he absolutely tears it. He's there every Saturday. If you go to Disney Springs, I'll see if we can pull up a clip. I mean, the guy's just insane with his music. He plays a guitar. I mean, he flips it over his head and stuff like that. I mean, the guy is absolutely Nicholas Mark guitar. Like, he is, see, like, this guy, oh yeah, let me fix that. We're good? Yeah, we're good. Check this guy out.
Own your goals this year with an award-winning studio treadmill.
A treadmill.
Welcome back, adventurers.
Okay, see this guy right here? See this guy right here? That is Mr. Maserati. And if you are so lucky to run into this guy, I know we're all thinking it. If you run into this guy and you see him, like, I remember, I am 32. I remember being 12 years old and walking around the Florida Mall and seeing this guy. This guy is an this guy's an Orlando icon. Like, all the locals know about him, but not so many of like the people who's not from, the tourists and stuff don't really know that this guy's a thing. But he was actually there Saturday night when we was there. But he bounces all over. You're likely to see him anywhere in the clubs or anything like that. But check this guy out.
We shall be dazzled by the incredible artistry and spectacular musical talent of Nicholas Marks.
This guy is absolutely amazing.
Regularly at Disney Springs. His guitar tricks and stunts.
Shut up. I don't know how one would go about playing the guitar that way. I gotta tell you a really funny story. When we was there Saturday, right? It was darker than this. It was good because he does like 5 or 6 shows on Saturday. But that guy, Mr. Maserati, was there, and he got done with the show, and like everybody started coming up to take pictures and stuff. I don't understand when you take pictures with like performers. When you're on vacation, you do weird stuff. We'll get to that. But everybody started taking pictures with Mr. Maserati, and Nicholas Mark was just in the background, like, can take a picture with me too if you want. But it was really funny because you could tell like everybody was kind of amused by him. See, like that's insane right there, ain't it? Yeah, he's cool. I should have turned the music off before we did that because I got the music playing. Let me turn the music off so you can actually hear this gentleman. This guy kills me though, man. This guy absolutely kills me. And he was in the exact same kind of getup, but it was more like a Ferrari red and black. Yeah, that guy was in the exact same type of setup right there. It was insane. No, you get a chance. You come down to Disney. If you come down to Disney, you definitely want to check him out because he's absolutely he is really good. He puts on a good show. There was like tons of kids and stuff dancing and stuff. I took videos, but I didn't even upload it. But that's fun. Like that's enjoyable. That's a fun thing to do, and a lot of people. There's certain things transition. It's a hobby for people that I don't get because I was a Disney child. Okay, I had my family had annual passes from the time that from the time we was probably about 5 or 6 till probably I was about 17, 18 years old. We got tired of it. You know what I mean? We got so tired of it. Actually, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. Hold on. Give me a second. Because if we're gonna talk about this, let's do it right. But we had those from the time that we was from little kids to adults, basically. So I figured I was gonna be a Disney adult. I thought that's what I was gonna be. Here we go. See how that works. There we go. I figured I was gonna be a Disney adult. I figured that I was going to be the best Disney all-knowledgeable person, and like there was this gap that I just didn't go to Disney. I started going more up north, and I started working more up north, so I didn't go to Disney for like maybe 2 or 3 years, and there was such a change that happened in Disney for like 2 or 3 years that was terrible. Like, I remember going, and you would go to these little booths, and you'd get your fast passes, right? You get your fast passes, and it tell you what time to come back, and that's how the fast pass system worked. And I remember my cousin and her mom called me, and she was like, "Do you want to go to Disney?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go to Disney with you guys. Just for something to do. It was a boring day." So we go, and I'm on the boat, and we're headed to the Magic Kingdom, and she's like, "We'll get fast passes for this, fast passes for that." And I'm like, "Okay, that sounds cool." My little sister was there, my mom. I think we went as like a group, right? And when she was like, "Get off the boat," I'm like, "Okay, where do you want to go get fast passes first?" And they're just staring at their phones, and I'm thinking to myself, because I felt like I was really behind on technology. It took me a minute to catch up with technology. Like, I didn't really grasp smartphones when they first came out. Like, I grasped them as far as like, okay, you can play games on them. I grasped that concept. that you could play games and the games looked better and you could search like Facebook. But I didn't understand how apps and stuff was actually starting to change. And I remember that this is like when the selfie stick first came out. So this was like maybe 2011, maybe 2020, 2011, or 2010, 2011. And I'm like, they're looking at their phones. I'm like, are we going to go get the fast passes or not? And they're like, oh, you get the fast passes on the app. And like, I felt like that was the first time I ever that was the first time I ever heard an app used in a practical sense as compared to like Facebook, Instagram. I don't even know. No, it probably could have still been No. Was it? No, it was Facebook. And I was going to say MySpace, but I don't think it was MySpace. But anyway, like, Disney started changing. I didn't understand how much Disney was actually changing at that point in time. We'll get to the point. I think you guys know where I'm headed with this, but people started getting weird. So, like, I'm watching all these people go through Disney, and they're all on their phones and stuff. And I'm guilty of it too now. I'm not picking on nobody. You mess on your phone, you mess on your phone. I'm not trying to be, like, no matter, all these kids are on their phone. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I was slow to catch up. So I'm walking through Disney World, and I'm just like, this is a lot. Why aren't you look around? And I became that person, but I was like, look around. You need to enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. And there was like different games and lines, and I remember that whenever the Snow White train opened up, that was like I remember waiting in line because it was the first time I ever rode that. And I'm sitting there with my sister and I'm watching selfie sticks and stuff, and it was just like a complete different Disney than what I grew up with. And I didn't know how much that wasn't a change, that was the beginning of a change, because there was this new person going to be created. And I noticed, like, and it's just like this thing that, like, it created a Disney adult. It created a Disney adult. And the Disney adult wore Disney, or they wear Disney as their personality. And like, that was such a weird concept, because for the longest time beforehand, Disney was not a personality. Disney was a place that you went on the weekends to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you went on the weekend to have a good time. You was a Floridian, you had your annual pass. But now all of a sudden, there's these people who their entire life is completely like shaped by Disney. Like, we love the Food and Wine Festival, but Disney merch was never like a huge major thing. Like, what was a Mickey Mouse series was it? Like, now, like, there's whole YouTube channels just dedicated to the merch. And then there's videos that I refuse to make. I'll give you a perfect example of one. I refuse to make a Gideon's cookie taste test. There's so many people's done it, for one. And second of all, it's like, guys, you have to listen. Now tell me, this is for a cookie. You have to get into a virtual queue for, let's say, 2-3 hours or an hour. Then that virtual queue allows you to go into a line to which you will wait another hour for a cookie. And so many people are doing it because Disney said so. I can't do that, guys. I like Disney, don't get me wrong. I'm not crapping on Disney. I'm not. But it's not like, you can watch, we have a vlog of us the last time we went to Disney, and we kind of talked about our day. And I believe if you have the opportunity to go to Disney, go to Disney. If you have the opportunity, go. It is a magical place for your family. It is absolutely amazing. I'm not crapping on Disney like that. But the idea that some of these like parent, like the hobby, like going to, trying to bring it in, like I find the idea of like Disney adults and not adults who like Disney, because I'm an adult who likes Disney. I enjoy Disney. You know, I don't make Disney my life. Not everything Disney does do I think is awesome, and I don't think because Disney does it, it's awesome, and I don't think because somebody said that Disney done it, it's awesome, or it's a theme park. I do like Universal. We've done a lot of videos in Universal, and I do like that, but it's just because Universal knows more of what it is as compared to Disney. But a Disney adult, like that gotta be like the most epic thing for like, okay, if I was a Disney adult, that would probably be the most epic thing for my sons until they're about 13, 14 years old, and then that's gonna get really old really fast and probably really embarrassing. My uncle was telling me of a story of one of the people that was one of his secretaries was like obsessed with Disney, and you go to her house and there wasn't a piece of her room or like her house that wasn't something Disney, to the point that he said it was kind of tacky. And I was like, could you picture being her son and like you're trying to invite your friends over and like you're eating off of Mickey Mouse plates, like old Mickey Mouse plates, like that's what you're doing, and then like you're sitting on like chairs with Mickey Mouse stuff. Like there is a thing that maybe like how much Mickey Mouse is too much Mickey Mouse. That's kind of the idea, like how much Mickey Mouse is too much Mickey Mouse. And I think there's an idea, even for me, and I think for any hobby, like I would say video games, because like right now, Richard's to this age like that I'll be playing Overwatch or on the laptop here. He likes to put his hand over mine when I'm going back and forth on the mouse, because he thinks that he's shooting too, and like I will get destroyed, and he don't know the difference at all. He has no idea what the difference is. So when I get shot up and I get destroyed, I'm like, we did it, and he's like, yeah, like he loves it. And I can see like as we get older, like stuff like this like happens, like like he's gonna start playing his own games, and we might play games together, and that would be cool, and maybe play golf together and stuff. And that's exciting. As a dad, that's really, really exciting to say like, hey, this is what we get to do. And I'll be looking, because we've all looked at these modern warfare things. It's just like absolutely, it takes up a certain amount of our day that probably shouldn't take up, and we get excited about it. And I'm gonna have a partner in crime, and that's gonna be I'm gonna have two partners in crime. My wife wants another one, and she's gonna say maybe a daughter, but there's a chance I'll have three partners in crime. Which if my daughter wants to play some video games with me too, I ain't gonna tell her no, But it's such a fun idea to have, these hobbies, hunting, fishing, working on cars, I'm sure everybody has their own little, one of the things that you guys probably don't know about me, that I like to cook. Actually, the majority of the time I cook in the house, because that's just what I like to do, and that's something that Richard loves to do a lot too. But I didn't want to take it a whole bunch of, when I did YouTube, I wanted everything to be involved, and you can't just put everything in your life on YouTube, because it makes a channel just go so many different ways. That's probably like it just, there not enough time in the day, I guess, would be the thing. Not enough time in the day. And that's kind of the idea, is like when we're doing a family vlog, we can be together, and that's awesome. And as far as in a Disney adult, man, that's going to be like, eventually that's going to get old on the kid, not the personality that goes with it. Because I think in any situation, no matter what you like, you know, like, because I'll say like this, hunting and fishing, right? I can bait a hook, I can tie down a hook, and we go fishing every now and then, and I'm not a stranger to it. I'm not a stranger to outdoors because my father was extremely outdoorsy. That's what he did. He loved it. You know, we go wade in the water, but that wasn't just something. That was just something I didn't like to do in the day and hour that I got 15, 16 years old, and my friends, I don't think I went hunting, but maybe 2 or 3 times after that because it just wasn't something. And he liked to go out on the boat, and I would constantly get seasick. I was probably, and I think that's what killed fishing for me more than anything else, is because I get seasick looking at the ocean. So I just was not that hyped up about it whatsoever, but that was his hobby, and that was something that we did. And you know, it's not unusual for kids to grow out of their hobbies, and it's, you know, it's a bonding thing. But the thing is like, I feel like as a man, now if you're, this don't apply to you if you're a single dad. If you're a single dad and you're carrying your hobbies and you're carrying your kids, maintaining all of it, God bless you, man. That's absolutely amazing. But like we, you know, as a married person, we have that wife to kind of entertain too. And like I said, that's why I like doing what we do, is because it's inclusive to everybody in the family. You know, we're not picking maybe, but now like, okay, we have the newborn, and as it stands, like I'm sitting right here doing this right now while my wife is basically in a dungeon with a mouthpiece over my child and the newborn. So, and my wife is, most women you meet is like, what is your hobby? Hobby is taking care of kids. That's their thing. That's what they like to do, I guess. I'm not I understand women sometimes. Like, I know women like things, but like, I'm not saying that, okay, I'm not saying, because I feel like if my wife got onto a video game, especially like a game, like I play Fallout 76 a lot, I'm sure if she got on that, figured that out, I'd probably never see her again. I mean, I'd see her. She would just not be here mentally. She'd just be in a nuclear apocalyptic world. You know, that's kind of the whole thing. But you know, her whole thing is she likes taking care of the kids. And I don't know if it's she likes taking care of the kids, or she just feels that obligation. Because when she's not talking or dealing with the kids, she's talking about the kids. And obviously it's the idea of like just making sure everything's good, doctor's appointments and stuff. But I really don't feel like there's a shut off mode for a lot of moms. And as far as guys, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just saying that I don't feel like there's a shut off mode for women. I feel like that they get into something and that's like their whole outlook, that's their whole shot. You know, my wife works her ass off for our kids, and I think of that, but you know, I'm the guy who comes up with the fun ideas, and I feel like, you know, as a husband, I feel like I play that role of, okay, I do work hard, but at the same time, like, I got to be the guy to call the shots on fun, right? Like, I feel like I'm the one who got to look up and say, okay, everybody address, we're going here. Because if I left it up to my wife, I think she would constantly just be in this state of chaos of taking care of the kids. I don't know if you guys feel that way or not, but I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, I feel like we have that luxury, and we also bear a burden. It's a fun burden to have, but I feel like a lot of us, like, we're that. I don't know, my wife might be different. I feel like maybe, like, you know, every woman's a snowflake, but not in like the new age snowflake way, but like, you know, the old way of like just meaning people's different, not that people get their feelings hurt over nothing, but or heartbroken. But there's as far as being a dad and doing YouTube and having this hobby, it's been great. I absolutely love it, and having video games and stuff like that's fun. I want to kind of do more of this, and we're going to talk about different stuff like each time. Like, we're not going to get together like from here on. We're gonna try this out, see how people like it, see how our followers like it, and basically we're just gonna get together, and as we grow, we'll talk and we'll see what's going on with each person. But as we go on with this, I really want to kind of, build on different stuff. I want to talk about vacations. We can talk about. I would love to, go and kind of film a vlog, because we're gonna film a vlog here pretty soon about like where's the fun places in Orlando to go for Christmas, like, because everybody wants to spend a white Christmas in Orlando. You can't spend a white Christmas down in Orlando. You have to go to Miami for that. It's a family channel. I can't say stuff like that. But anyway, if you want to go down, like, if you like this, like, I want to kind of, like I said, keep this going. It's fun to do. It's fun. If you want to get on here and you just kind of want to go off, or you want to talk, as long as you keep it clean, or if you think that I'm crazy, you want to tell me, go ahead, tell me I'm crazy. I don't care. It's great. I'm only doing this we're going to do it maybe once a week for now. And if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. But I just enjoy the idea of just some dads getting together and talking about what they like. If you have a hobby that I didn't mention, or tell me your hobby. Tell me your hobby that you and your kids have that you absolutely think is great. You know what I mean? I want to hear you guys' hobbies. I want to see what that glue that holds that family or that relationship, or that, stuff that makes that relationship better. I want to see it. Unless you're a Disney adult, I don't care, because there's going to be a lot of popcorn bucket. I don't really care about that. I don't care about hearing about a popcorn bucket. Nobody cares. Nobody. Let's go back home. Let's go right here. Let's get back here. Nobody cares about a popcorn bucket. Nobody. You waited 4 hours in line. You did buy a conversation piece, but it is a conversation that is going to be had behind your back. So you know. Alright guys, I am Rich with How's My Living. We have some new vlogs coming out pretty soon. I appreciate you guys checking out, whether you watch it live or post. I appreciate you guys watching it. Thank you. This is our first ever dad chat. Now, I am Rich with, see that right there? Oh, disappears. I'm Rich with How's My Living. Hope you have a good night, guys.